Hey, this is MJ, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make our Caribbean Seashell Skirt. This is a cute little wrap style skirt that works perfectly as a beach cover-up. It's a simple construction that's worked in a rectangle. We're going to add these ties up to the top. As you can see, it's a large rectangle, and then we add the ties on so that you can tie it to put over a bathing suit. The yarn that I'm using for this pattern is Comfy Fingering Weight yarn, and we'll be working with the color Ivory. This is a 75% Pima cotton and 25% acrylic yarn, and it is a number 1 weight. The hooks that we'll be using are Dots crochet hooks from We Crochet as well. And you'll need the 3.5 and the 4mm size for this pattern. And I will be working on the extra small wrap, but there is sizes up to 5X in the pattern. And it's really simple to modify to make it really any size you want. So we will be working with the 3.5mm hook to start. And we're starting with the ribbed band that will be going along the bottom of the skirt. I'm going to do my band a total of 10 stitches, so we need to chain out 11. And then we're going to work a single crochet in the second chain from the hook and in each chain across. So we'll be crocheting the band in rows for the length that we need. So follow along with your pattern. We have sizes extra small to 5X. So you're going to want to work the corresponding rows for the size that you're working on. Now I also suggest looking at those finished hip measurements so that you pick the right size for your hips. You just want to make sure that you do get the right amount of coverage. Pull that back. Sorry, I was talking and I didn't explain what I was doing. So we are going to finish off with the last stitch so that you have 10 stitches, and then we'll chain 1 and turn and work single crochets through the back loop only. So the band will all be worked in single crochets through the back loop. So for the extra small, we're working 169 rows. So our pattern is worked in a multiple of 6. So 168 is divisible by 6, but we need 1 extra as we're working. We want to make sure to evenly end our stitch pattern. So we're working this, you need a total of 169 stitches. So we're working 169 rows. So chain 1 and turn, and just continue to repeat row 2. So single crochet through the back loop only. So I'm going to go ahead and work up 169 rows, and then I will meet you back up again. So once you finish working your rows, you can change over to your larger hook, chain 1, and then work a single crochet in every stitch across. So now always when I'm working my single crochets across these rows, you can tell the next row here just has this little loop. So I'll put 1 stitch there. Then we have a thicker row, and then we're back to the loop. So I'll work all the way across. So I've worked across a total of 169. Now I'm going to chain 3 and turn. So my chain 3 counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. So now I'm skipping the very first stitch, the next stitch, and then into the next stitch we'll work a double crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a double crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, work a double crochet. And we're going to do this all the way across. Okay, so I worked all the way across. It's going to look like this. Double crochet in the last stitch, chain 1 and turn. So now this row is worked in single crochets, and we'll be working a single crochet for every double and chain 1 space. So single in the first, single in the chain 1 space, single in the double crochet, single in the chain 1 space, and work this all the way across. So once you get all the way across, we're coming to that final turning chain, and that chain was a chain 1 space, so we need to do 2 single crochet. So 1 single crochet for the chain 1 space, and then another single crochet for that double. Now we're on to row 3. So we're going to start with a chain 3, turn my work. And again, this chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1. And we're going to work a double crochet in the same space. So this counts as our first V stitch. We'll then chain 2, skip 2, and single crochet. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and then we're going to do a double, chain 2, and a double for our V stitch. So chain 2, skip 2 stitches, single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and then a V stitch. So double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. We're going to complete this now all the way across. Okay, so I'm coming to the end. I've single crocheted, chain 2, 3 stitches remaining, and I'm going to double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in that last stitch. So now row 4, we're going to chain 2 and turn, and we'll be doing our 2 DC cluster in our chain space. So to do that, we're going to yarn over, go through the stitch, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go back through our space, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 3. We'll chain 1, and now we'll do a 3 DC cluster. Yarn over, go through the same space, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, go through the same space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and now yarn over, pulling through all 4, chain 1. Now in our chain 2, which is our next V stitch, we're going to have 3 3DC clusters. So let's go through this together. So I've yarned over, go through, pulling through 2, yarn over, go back through, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and our third time. So you should have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through, chain 1. So yarn over, we're doing this 3 times, pull up a loop, pull through 2, 1, 2, 3 times. You should have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through, chain 1, and 1 more in this space. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 1. So now these shell clusters are going to be worked in all of our V stitches across. So I'm going to continue. It'll take a little bit to work them all across, and then I'll meet you up at the end. Okay, so I've worked all the way across. We're going to be ending with only 2 clusters in the last V-stitch. So yarn over, go through, pulling up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2, chain 1, and we'll do 1 more. 1, 2, 3, and chain. I chained 1, but we actually need to chain 3 and turn. So this now is row 5. This counts as our first double crochet in our chain 1, and we'll double crochet in the cluster, chain 1, double crochet in the cluster, chain 1, double crochet in the cluster, chain 1. Okay, so it's like our row 1, but we're going into the clusters instead of single crochet stitches. So we're going to continue doing this, a double crochet, chain 1, working into each of these clusters. Working this all the way across. Okay, so I'm coming across, I've chained 1 and I'm doing a double crochet in that last cluster. Chain 1 and turn, and now row 6 will be a repeat basically of row 2. We're working single crochets across. So single crochet in the first, single crochet in the chain 1, single in the double, single in the chain 1 space, and we're just working this all the way across. Okay, so I'm coming to the end. Here's double crochet, and then we're going to do 2 single crochet for our chain 1 and our first double crochet. I'm gonna chain 3 and turn. So now we've worked through our stitch repeat. So we'll be repeating rows 3 through 6 throughout the pattern, and you can make this as long as you want. So this is the bottom, and we're just going to continue working as much lace as you want. You could do this full length, you could do it knee length, thigh length, really whatever you prefer. I think it would look beautiful done long. It's really up to you and your personal preference. So all you're going to do at this point now is we're going back to the V-stitch row, which is row 3, and we'll just continue repeating row rows 3 through 6 for as long as we want. And then once you get that complete, we'll meet back up and I'll show you how to add the tie. So I've been working on my lace stitch pattern, and you can make the skirt any length you want, but just so you know how many exactly I've done, let's just count up by the cluster rows. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in total. And we're ending on the last repeat of our lace stitch with that single crochet row. Then what we're going to do is change over to the smaller hook, and we're going to do some edging along the sides of the skirt. So what we'll be doing is crocheting 1 single crochet per single crochet row, 2 for a double crochet row. So we'll be doing 3 in this space because it will be 1 for this row and 2 for this row. And then we'll be working 2 single crochet for that cluster row, 2 for the V stitch row, and then 1 for a single crochet row. So work all the way down, and then I'll meet you up at the last stitch across the band. Okay, so I've worked all the way down. You want to make sure that this isn't pulling too tight, but also isn't too loose. So once I gave mine a little stretch, it's looking good. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to crochet over this tail as I go, but I'm going to single crochet back across the row. So 1 single crochet per stitch. So now once you get all the way up to the top, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And I'm going to single crochet back down the row. So I've worked all the way down. You could always end on the 3rd row. You want to make sure you're ending a single crochet row on the right side, but I am going to add 2 more rows just to give it a little bit more width for this pattern. I'm making this one for my daughter, and I think for her size, just a little bit more is going to be good coverage for her. So I'm going to go ahead and work 2 more rows, and then I'll meet you up again. Okay, so I finished my 5th row. I'm going to fasten off. And now we need to come over to our other side. And for the right side, we need to join down here because we want to start on our right side. So with our smaller hook, find the first stitch of your band. Mine's squished. So we'll chain 1 and single crochet into each stitch across. And so as you work across, you're going to do the same thing. So we're going to have 2 single crochets for a double crochet row, 1 for a single crochet row. And you're going to complete 5 rows on this side as well. Okay, so I've worked my 5 rows on this side. I'm going to just leave the working yarn at the top. We're going to join back on, but I want to make my chain off our left side for our tie. So I'm just going to use some different yarn here just to join on. So I'm going to join up in this corner. And I'm going to chain out a total of 85. Okay, so once you have your 85 chains, you can fasten off. Then we'll come back over to the working yarn and we'll chain out 86. So we'll have 1 extra chain for our turning chain. So 85 on the left, and we'll be chaining 86 on the right. Okay, so once you've worked out your 86 chains, we're going to work across the chain in single crochet. So in the second chain from the hook, you'll work a single and then you'll single across the chain. So we'll end up with 85 stitches. So I'm going to work across the chain and then I'll meet you up when we get to the body section. Okay, so once you get across your chain, we're coming to these rows we worked. So we have 5 in total. So you want to make sure you get 5 stitches across these rows. And then we'll be working right into our previous stitches across the body. And then once you reach the other side, we're going to continue to single crochet across this chain for a total of 85. Okay, so once you've worked all the way across the chain, chain 1 and turn. And we're just going to work back and forth now in rows of single crochet. So this will be row 2. And you can do a total of 5 rows like we did on the side. So I'm going to continue working these rows and then I'll meet you up for the next step. So once you complete your band, it's going to look like this with your ties, and then you want to block your piece to finish it off. So you could either steam block it, lay it out, or my preferred method is to wet it, put it in some wool wash in some lukewarm water, just let it rest for about 25 minutes. Squeeze out your water. I usually like to roll my garments in a towel just to get any excess water out and then lay it out on the blocking mats and pin it to measurement, and it will give it a really nice finished pressed look. And for wear, you're then just going to tie this over to the side, and it's going to make a really cute skirt just to put over your bathing suit. Really nice and easy. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tap the bell to stay updated on all my new videos and tutorials. Make sure to check the description box below for the links to the pattern as well as the yarn supplies. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.